Hi everyone, just come to show you a baby boy mini album that I've made, and most of the embellishments and the cover, front back covers are made, and the pockets are made from Hunky Dory papers, handmade by me but using Hunky Dory papers. And I've actually forgotten, I think it was not a famous name. I've forgotten the name of the papers that I used inside. As I say, I don't think it was a famous name. It was just like a packet of basil mint green papers. So I'll just go through the album with you now. I was meant to measure it before I put the camera on. I'll just quickly measure it now. It's 7 inches in height, and it's 5 3/4 in the width. So I'll just show you the front there. And as I say, those embellishments there on the front are from a Hunky Dory die cuts kit. Congratulations on your new baby boy. And either side I've just put a little gem on each side of that, and then further down little baby bear in a nappy on a little hobby horse, and I've put a little gem there as well, and I've put some gems at the front. So there's, let me just zoom out. So there's the book, and I'll just open it now. The inside cover, I've made a pocket out of excuse me, some just pale blue and white diagonal paper. It's a cardstock. Made a pocket there, and I've trimmed it with a ribbon which I glued onto some white cardstock. It's a boy. And then underneath I've just die cut a little nursery die, little train with all the animals in the back, cuddly toys in the back, and I've done that with blue cardstock. And then at the top, because this is a single-sided cardstock, that's one side, the blue check, and it was white on the other side. I didn't want to have blank, so I just trimmed the top with the matching cardstock that I made the pocket with. And then I've just made some tags to go in, and I'll just show you those. So there's a little one there, congratulations on your little bundle of joy, and I've just mounted that onto some white cardstock, and on the reverse I've stamped journal, and I've decorated the two sides with some blue washi just to take the plainness away. This is a piece of Hunky Dory paper which I've cut down, and I've stuck one of the little die cuts on, all in blue, and I've stamped journal on the back there. And this was another offcut, and I trimmed two sides with the blue and white polka dot washi tape, and then I cut a piece of the ribbon baby, and I've mounted that onto some white cardstock to make it more sturdy, and I've popped that onto the front of there, and then a large journaling spot on the back there. So they all go in the front and side cover, so I'll just pop those in now. Moving on to this page, I've put I had a little ribbon with silver stalks and the word baby, and stuck that on the top there, in keeping with all the silver embellishments. So pop that on the top, and then in the centre of that page I put welcome sweet boy, we named you, and then you pop the baby's name in there, and there's room for photographs as well. And then on the back there's a room there for a large photograph, and I've decorated all the pages with a little nursery die just to take the plainness of the mint green, give it a theme. So that's, and then as you fold the pages as well, you get this blue trim that I put on the inside cover like a border. So that's that. And then moving on to this side, all the pages are this mint green like basil card, and on this side I've given it a pocket, and I've popped some more tags in, so I'll go through those. And I also put one of the little die cuts, cute as a button, and then I just popped one of the gold hearts on that pocket, and I trimmed both sides of the pocket with some mint green and white polka dot washi. Let me just keep the pages open by popping that there. Right, so I've had a small piece of the white cardstock and I've mounted it with the blue diagonal, blue and white, and then I've just put one of the nursery dies which I've got, which is a washing line of baby clothes, and on the reverse I've stamped journal. So that's one of the tags. Here I've cut a piece of white cardstock, tag shaped, and I've mounted the blue and white diagonal paper so it's all coordinating. And then this image here is some images I bought from Etsy a couple of years ago, and I printed them out on cardstock, and then I've used my scallop circle and punched that out, and I've mounted it onto there. And then I've just finished the tag with some of the mint green and white polka dot, and instead of popping a ribbon at the top, I've just cut a little piece of the blue ribbon that says baby, and that's that tag in its entirety. I think it looks quite sweet. And on the reverse is the white cardstock, and I've mounted I've finished it off with some washi on the top and bottom and just stamped in blue ink journal. And then on this, it was another leftover piece from the cover. I just put some polka dot mint green washi on the side, there's flowers on the other side, and I've stamped journal in blue ink on there. So that was 3 tags there, so there's certainly plenty of room for journaling about the baby's progress as you go through the book, and plenty of room for photographs. So here's another 2 full sizes for either large photographs or an array of smaller ones or wallet ones or cut down large ones. And I've just popped a nursery die of a rattle there, and on that side a baby's bib, all in the blue cardstock. And moving on, another 2 large pages for photographs, and I've put a pram die cut there, and on the facing page a nappy pin, and room there for plenty of photographs or large ones. And again a page there with a die cut of 2 babies' feet. And moving on the facing page, I've done a pocket similar to the previous one with the gold heart and the polka dot washi, and I've decorated that page with one of the little hunky dory nursery die cuts, and I've made some tags. And as well, on this page you could put a large photograph of the baby there and surplus photographs inside the pocket if the recipient wished to. And the tags that I put in here is a piece of the card that I used for the cover, the baby pale blue and white check. I've trimmed it with some mint green washi, and on the back I've stamped journal in blue ink. So that's 1 tag. And then I've done the same as the previous pocket here, white cardstock with the blue and white diagonal and a washing line of baby's clothes, and I've stamped journal in blue ink on the back of that one. And then one of the die cuts from the hunky dory die cut page, pushed it out, mounted it onto some thick white cardstock, stamped journal on the back and trimmed it off with some blue washi. So loads of room throughout the book for photographs and journaling. This is designed to record the baby's life from birth to its first year, and I'll show you the where you can record all that in a few minutes. So turning over the page, another 2 blank pages for photographs with a baby's dummy die cut on that side and a baby's bottle on that side. And there's the last page with a pair of baby booty die cuts and room for a large photograph. And then the inside cover is like a mirror image of the front inside cover. It's trimmed, it's got the pocket and the die cut and some tags in here which I've made, and I'll just go through. So I cut a tag shape with the white cardstock and I stuck on some of the blue and white diagonal paper. This is another one of those images I bought from Etsy, and I've trimmed that with washi, and I've just stamped on the back journal. Here there's a piece of the card that I used for the cover, the same not the same sheet obviously, but another sheet that I cut down into all tags. I've trimmed the sides with washi, and I've cut a piece of the ribbon. It's a boy. I used 2 separate ribbons on this album to make embellishments, and I've actually stuck that on a piece of white card, and then I stuck the white card onto this card because that gives it a lovely sturdy finish. And all throughout this paper here, there's all silver foil embossed into it and silver flowers, because this is pale blue, white, mint green and silver accents throughout the whole album. And here's a blue and silver piece of the paper, and I've pushed one of the die cuts, the nursery die cuts, and I've popped that on the front, and then on the back I've stamped journal in blue ink. And there's room there excuse me, for a large photograph of the baby, and like with all the pockets, surplus photographs can go in, and additional journal cards or photo mats. That goes there, and that's the back, all nice and patterned. And then going back to the front, this has got 1, 2, 3, like all my albums, it's got 6 pages, 12 sides, so it's got 6 internal pockets with 6 large tags, so that's another 12 sides, and I won't get them all out because they're all identical. The white cardstock, and they've got one of the handmade tabs that I make, and I cut that out of the blue and white diagonal paper, so everything in this album is fully coordinated. It really is. So that's the tab, and then the white cardstock, and then on the bottom left hand corner there's a chipboard sticker, says 1 month, and on the opposite side it says 2 months. And you can either put a photograph of the baby and all its developments that it does in the first month, and then a photograph of the baby at 2 months and all the developments that, all the milestones and baby development that happens in the second month, and that goes on the 6 tags, so 12 sides, so they're all the same with the month number on each one until you get to the back one, and then that's it's the same white cardstock with the tab, and then it says 11 months, and on the back it says 12 months, so the baby's 1 year old today. So I've popped the birthday boy a journal card, and you journal all about the baby on its first birthday there, and you put a photograph on there, and I just attached that on there with a blue metallic safety paper clip, and that goes in the very last pocket. And then if you wanted to, so this records the baby from birth to its first birthday, and then if you wanted to put another 4 photographs each year up until its 5th birthday in there, you've got a nice record of the baby's development from birth to 1, or the additional photographs till it's 5. Okay, I hope you like this album that a designer made. Had loads of fun making it. Thanks for watching. Bye.